In Romans 5 verses 3 to 4 says that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. Before we begin, let me take you to a coastal town where storms don't just shape the skies, they shape the soul. Where resilience isn't loud, but steady. And where a single lantern lit during typhoons became more than a vision, it became a symbol of unwavering faith. There's a town by the sea, where storms arrive like unwelcome guests, but never without venom. It's where Kara grew up, in a home that leaned more on grace than on material things. Whenever the wind roared and rained in its tin roofs, her family lit a lantern on the porch, a quiet act that witnessed, we're still here. That small flame stood tall, even when everything else slept. Years later, in early adulthood, Kara encountered a storm no typhoon could rival, a sudden loss of summer dew, and the unraveling of the creative work she had poured her soul into. Silence replaced her storytelling. The pages stayed blank. Her voice, once rich with imagination, felt lost to grief. But hardship didn't leave her hollow. It revealed something sacred. She began to write again. Not for recognition. Not for perfection. But simply to heal, to breathe through the ink. Hope returned, not like a shout, but like a whisper. Steady. Unhurried. Faithful. Scripture offered clarity. Community offered warmth. And her stories slowly found their way back, imbued now with quiet strength, watercolors painted with both sorrow and sunrise. That lantern, it never left. Now it lives in every scene she created, symbol of integrity, not as loud defiance, but as rooted truth. She didn't just survive the storm. She was refined by it. Because hardship is not a sentence, it's a forge. It shapes perseverance, builds character, and from character, blooms hope. Sometimes, that hope looks exactly like a flickering porch light, unmoved by the waves, unwavering in the wind. And perhaps, that's what we carry with us. A light that says, we're still here. Even when the storm comes again. This is a story about loss, silence, and the sacred act of beginning again. It's about how hardship doesn't just bruise, it refines. And how, through scripture, community, and quiet courage, a voice once silenced finds its song again. So when the storm settles and the lantern still burns, we begin to see, hardship was never the end. It was the fire that softened us into compassion, shaped us into integrity, and forged within us a hope that doesn't flicker with the first gust of wind. Kara's story reminds us that even in silence, something sacred can still. That from blank pages and broken places, light still finds a way to speak. Because resilience isn't about staying tall, it's about believing. Even when the world around you sways.